right, now let's go out to Barry McKay and Billie Jean King.
All right, Barry, we're out on court 13. A pretty good match out here. Manuela Maleeva, seeded number 8, taking on Susan Mascarin of Grosse Pointe, Michigan. This is Manuela Maleeva. Good clay court player, Billie Jean, but maybe not as effective on grass.
Definitely not. In fact, she's probably one of the players that most people would think shouldn't be seeded. Very similar to what we've talked about earlier this week, about some people just don't play as well on grass.
This is the second set. Maleeva won the first set, 6-4.
Well, they both have similar styles. You see how they hit big forehands and big two-handed backhands. The one shot that's let Susie Mascarin down today, I feel, is her one-handed backhand volley.
This is the tiebreaker. Susan Mascarin. So I hit a good forehand there. It is 4-all in the tiebreaker, second set. Games obviously at 6 games all. And Susan Mascarin here with a chance to get back in this match if she could possibly win this tiebreaker. She's long and lanky. Billie doesn't move real speedily. I don't think she can change directions well on these grass courts.
Not too well. It's tough to change direction anyway, even if you are quick. But I think she's improved her game. I'm very happy with what I see.
Ooh, a miss hit. That was off the frame of the racket of Manuela Maleeva.
5-4, Miss Mascarin.
So Susan Mascarin now leading 5-4 in the tiebreaker. She's down a set. Again, big crowd out here at 13.
Oh.
That was a miss hit. It's the kind of serve that really makes you a little bit nervous when you, what are you going to do on the second serve?
That's when you start praying.
Drop shot. Oh, I thought she was going to hit the overhead, Billie Jean, but she kind of let the ball drop and eased it off to the forehand.
She would rather hit a high forehand volley than an overhead. Julie Hellman used to do that back in the old days.
This is set point for Susan Mascarin from Grosse Pointe to try and get even here against the 8th seed. Good forcing forehand by Maleeva. She'll toss the ball over.
Miss Mascarin.
6-5, Susan Mascarin. Still with a set point.
Don't you think she looked pretty cool on that?
She sure did. She's down set point. She hits out on the forehand, and she's missed a few forehands earlier in this match.
Well, she's coming through at the right time.
Big chance now for the lady from Grosse Pointe. Let first serve. Let court judge with that hand just inside the single stakes. Out on the outer courts, they have the regular doubles net with the single stakes. Susan stays back, Billie, on set point. Wouldn't you have tried to maybe sneak in behind that serve?
No, she doesn't feel as comfortable doing that. Though one of the things she's improved on, she's changed her grip. It used to be more of a Western, but there, that last one you saw where she couldn't get underneath the ball.
Now you see an interesting thing. The players changed sides, and both ladies changed on the opposite side from the umpire. Billie didn't even take a chance at looking at a towel or grabbing a quick drink.
I know, sometimes you'll do that. I don't know why.
All right, ready for the action now. 6 games all. Maleeva using a lot of topspin from well behind the baseline. Two-hander to two-hander. This could be the longest rally of the match right here. That's going to go wide. And Susan Mascarin, after having 2 or 3 set points there, finally hits the ball wide.
7-6.
It is match point now for Maleeva. How quickly things can change.
It's amazing. Susie was a world champion junior in 1980. It's tough out here in the pros, Barry.
Well, she comes from a tennis-playing family. Manuela Maleeva lining up now at match point. That's a fault. You see that lone center service linesman way down at the far end. Shot, Mascarin a little slow, and so down the line winner for Manuela Maleeva against Susan Mascarin out here on court 13. Maleeva down but came back in that second set. The score 6-4 and 7-6. Let's have a look now and see what's ahead for Maleeva. She's out there into the third round. Smiley and White, possibly a tough match, whoever wins that one. But if you really look ahead, and she does extremely well, she's going to bump into Martina Navratilova if they both get into the quarterfinals. Let's go back to Barry Tompkins.
Okay, thank you, Barry. Susie Mascarin, the pride of Michigan, a title formerly held by our own Barry McKay. That was back in the old days, another age. The match we've been watching now on court number 2 between Tim Mayotte.
But not let it affect the way I was returning or the way I was trying to volley, because in the past I've had a problem with that, the serve being the cornerstone of my game and kind of losing the feel in other parts, and I tried to separate that, and I thought I did a fairly good job.
And then on court 13, it did not get any cooler. Manuela Maleeva, seeded number 8, took on Susan Mascarin of Grosse Pointe, Michigan.
Well, we all have our different styles of how to cool down, and Maleeva from Bulgaria likes the water act.
Susan Mascarin not playing too well in the first set, lost at 6-4. And then Maleeva got down 4-1 in the second set. Susan Mascarin came back, and they got into a tiebreaker.
Well, you can see what the plan was to make Maleeva work up and back, but Susie wasn't able to execute.
Love
Part of that
30.
huge crowd behind them there. Court 13, as we mentioned, was way, way out, a long way from center court.
Well, Barry, I felt this match, even though it was played on grass, was much more like a clay court match. And I know when you and I were watching this, we're trying to get one of them to net more often and be forceful. But Maleeva is the number 8 seed in this tournament, although I think she really shouldn't be seeded.
Good shot there off the overhead of Susan Mascarin. She got a lucky break on that lead cord. At this point, Mascarin really looked tough in the second set. We thought it looked like it was going to go 3 sets.
Well, Mascarin was hitting some very heavy shots off the ground, and then she did spin her up the net with a good lob and didn't put that away. These points were so long. Drop
shot was too high. Maleeva got to it easily. And so Manuela Maleeva won that match 6-4 and 7-6. And then out on court number 3, everybody's darling, the number 10 seed Gabriela Sabatini took